Buckle up, wrestling fans. We are coming to you live from the McKenna Center at Seton Hill University as the visiting Mercyhurst Lakers and your Seton Hill University Griffins will get after it in this PSAC matchup presented by the Collision Shop in Greensburg. Overall, the Lakers are 4-5, while the Griffins bring a 4-1 mark. Both teams are 0-1 in PSAC matchups. That's right, it is a wrestling night on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Good afternoon, wrestling fans. Thank you for joining us as our wrestling broadcast series continues in 2022. Alongside G, I am Smitty, and we welcome you into our pre-match show presented by Major Stokes in Greensburg. Well, G, I don't know about you, but I am so excited for this matchup. I'm so excited for the Griffins. It has been almost 2 years to the date since the Griffins have competed here in the McKenna Center on this mat in front of us, and that's all Coach Tucker could talk about last night during our pre-match chat. How about you?
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup. Mercyhurst coming into tonight's action, falling, to Gannon, 25-17, back on January 19th. And the Griffins, they've really been plagued. I hate to say it, but by the COVID bug, they've had a lot of matches either postponed or canceled, so when you're not getting that mat time in, it's really going to hinder and could, postpone your ability to peak your athletes at the right time. And like you said, Chris, it has been just about 2 years since the Griffin have been able to host a duel here in their home gym on this beautiful campus in Greensburg at Seton Hill University. And, I'm excited for that, but I'm also excited for some really good matches in wrestling that's going to take place this afternoon.
For sure, and let's get started with some coaching coverage. Head coach of the Lakers is Mike Wheeler. His assistant is Mike Baxter. And taking a look real quick at what Hurst has been able to accomplish so far. As I mentioned, they are 4-5 overall, and you mentioned they did lose to Gannon, a nationally ranked Gannon. They've wrestled a number of duels, though. They lost to number 8 Ashland University 27-14, beat Davenport 47-4, beat the number 22 ranked Lake Erie College 23-16. They were 12th out of 41 teams at the Midwest Classic out in Indianapolis, so pretty good mark there for the Lakers. And they went to the NWCA National Duels in Louisville, and they were 8th out of 15. They lost to Colorado Mesa, ranked number 15, 26-19, so they were in it. And then beat number 9, University of Findlay, 25-12, and then also beat the University of Indianapolis, who was ranked number 8, 38-9 at those duels. And then the final two bouts there, they lost to number 3, McKendree University, 21-15. And then a nail-biter, the Lakers went down to Fort Hays State University by a score of 25-20. So battle-tested, certainly have gotten a number of dual matches in. Just getting into the PSAC schedule, I'm sure. I was looking for some postponements. I'm sure, just like the Griffins, the Lakers have had a number of matches postponed. I know so far the Griffins had 2 home matches postponed, PSAC matches, which I believe they'll be wrestling Gannon coming up on this Wednesday. But that's what Mercyhurst has, that's been their trails here to the McKenna Center so far. Do you want to cover the Seton Hill University Griffins part?
The Griffins, they started out, at the Belmont Abbey College, where they were victorious 31-10, and then they wrestled in the NC State Wolfpack Open, where they were able to place 8th. They then took on Kutztown at Kutztown and lost 15-29, and one of the postponed matches that were supposed to take place here in the McKenna gym was against Gannon, which it was postponed. They were supposed to wrestle Shippensburg University here, and that match was also postponed, right? So going back to, getting that mat time experience, because it's different from, and obviously you know this, wrestling in the practice room compared to wrestling out here in your home gym. They, Wheeling University, that match got canceled. Bloomfield State College down in Wheeling, West Virginia, that was also canceled, which was a quad meet. And Glenville State College, that quad meet was canceled for the Griffs. They then wrestled in the Kutztown duels, where they were victorious over Glenville State College, 39-11. And they also beat the number 24 ranked team, American International College, 42-6, right? So that's a really good win. They were also victorious in that quad against Queen's University of Charlotte. That was the Kutztown duels, 31-11. And then, again, and I'm only assuming that it was because of COVID, right? But, they were supposed to take on East Stroudsburg January 9th. That was postponed. And January 14th, they were supposed to wrestle the University of Pitt of Johnstown, and that was also postponed. And I believe it's going to be rescheduled for January 23rd. Don't quote me. Don't quote me on that one.
I won't etch it in stone, partner. Thanks for all of that coverage. The Griffins are led by head coach Brian Tucker, also assisted by Drew Phipps and Dom Nania. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We'll return right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network with our Major Stokes pre-match show. Keep it right here.
Collision Shop by Jason Mignone is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered on both passenger and heavy-duty vehicle repairs, including scratches, scrapes, and dents, free estimates, body repairs, welding, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our all-new alignment and calibration shop has the tooling, equipment, and staffing to ensure top-quality alignment and calibration adjustments for your vehicle. Our friendly office staff is more than happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit the Collision Shop by Jason for our complete list of services.
Choosing an early childhood development program is a big decision, and Seton Hill University is here to help. At Seton Hill's Child Development Center, your 3, 4, or 5-year-old will have fun while developing social skills, self-confidence, and creating a foundation for learning. Here, we foster a mastery of life skills that will prepare your child for success in any endeavor. Learn more about the Seton Hill University Child Development Center by visiting setonhill.edu/childdevelopment.
Welcome back to our Major Stokes pre-match show here alongside George Carter. I am Smitty, and we're live from the McKenna Center as the Mercyhurst Lakers took a trip down 79 to take on the Seton Hill University Griffins in the beautiful McKenna Center. The first time the Griffins have wrestled in this gym since February 8th of 2020, almost 2 years ago. I'm going to turn it over to Jason Green, our public address announcer here in the McKenna Center. He's going to have the lineups, and those are presented by Carklow Technical Plastics in Latrobe. Keep it right here.
Now let's meet the lineups. First, the 125-pound match for Mercyhurst, Jacob Ruggieri. And for Seton Hill, Frank Winora. At 133 pounds for the Lakers, Eric Bartos. And for the Griffins, William Burgess. Next, at 141 pounds for the Lakers, it's Roland Mills. And for your Griffins, Joel Kowalski. At 149 pounds for the Lakers, it's Alex Sampson. And for the Griffins, Logan McCoy. Next up at 157 for the Lakers, it's Max Stediford. And for the Griffins, Tyler Albert. At 165 for the Lakers, it'll be Mike Clark. Next, at 174 pounds for the Lakers, Dylan Walker. And for the Griffins, Luke Ewing. In the 184-pound match for Mercyhurst, Brett Arbalays. And for the Griffins, Riley Lamara. Next up at 197 for the Lakers, Hunter Barnish. And for the Griffins, Brendan Bittery. And finally at heavyweight for the Lakers, it'll be Jacob Robb. And for the Griffins, Sawyer Doherty. At this time, we ask that you please stand, and gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Mercyhurst is going to be green. Seton Hill is going to be red. 125 is an odd bout. Okay. Winner has choice for odd or even. Odd or even. Odds. Good luck. Good luck. Okay. Good luck. Here you go, Chris.
All right, that's going to do it for our Major Stokes pre-match show. Make sure you get down and check out Major Stokes on Pittsburgh Street in Greensburg. You saw the coin toss right there. Our head official is Toby McKnight. He's been officiating since 1998. His sidekick or side judge is Chris Finnerty, and he has been officiating for 14 years. You saw the coin toss. Mercyhurst will have to show first in the odd matches. Out there right now is Jacob Ruggieri from Hearst, and for the Griffins, wearing their two-piece unis for the first time is Frank Bonora, 125 pounds, Ruggieri, Bonora. There's Bonora in on that double leg, trying to finish it off. A little bit of air time, steps right into that Turk. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. He's got to try to elevate that bottom leg. Nice job by Ruggieri to get that leg freed and back up to his base and then to his feet. Cuts away for one. 2-1. Quick action here at 125 pounds. And Bonora right in on that single leg, changes off to the double for the out-of-bounds 2-point takedown, 4-1. Nice offensive action by Frankie Bonora, huh, G?
It is. You know, Bonora was a national qualifier last year at 125, placed third at the Super Region Championships in the 2019-2020 season.
Got a little bit of blood out there. This blood time brought to you by our friends at Excella Health, Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. Excella Health, expert care here. Got them all cleaned up.
Bonora, a local boy, wrestling out of Moon High School.
A couple WPIL guys we'll see here this afternoon.
Green set, red legal cover.
For our novice or new viewers, college wrestling, a little different than high school. Still 3 periods.
One green
However,
escape.
the first
Neutral.
period is 3 minutes in length, not 2. It is a 3-2-2 bout. Wrestlers will begin in the neutral position or in their feet as they are now.
Stay out of the fingers.
Ruggieri able to get a 1-point escape, cut that lead in half, now 4-2. Let's see if Frankie stays on that offensive leg attacks. He's been successful, fires a half shot, looking for a snap down there was Ruggieri. Frankie able to back all the way out. There's a shot there by Ruggieri, and he just got lower. I'm sorry, by Bonora. He just got lower than Ruggieri did. He's fighting on the edge. Goes up to that dump. He's got 2 and counts. Bonora looking for it. He's got 2 and 4, 6-point move. Minute 40 remaining. First period, 125 pounds. He's trying to go for the 6-pointer. That's what the Griffins need to do to get started. Yes, they do. Indeed, they do. We'll get into why they need it here in a little bit. Toby down there looking for it. The near fall criteria is a little different in college. I'll explain that after this. Minute 20. Bonora is still looking for the fall here at 125 pounds. Get this already electric field gym up on their feet. There it is! A mat slapper, Frankie Bonora! Just like you said, G, the Griffins need it. They're going to be giving up 6 a little bit later down in the match, I believe at 165 pounds. So Frankie Bonora hopefully making up for that 6 and negating those free 6 points that the Hearst Lakers are going to get.
Yeah, it was, you know, like you said, Chris, forfeiting at this level is huge. So as much bonus points that they could collect is going to be huge.
There's just not a lot of pins. It's not like high school. It's very difficult to get those 6-point falls. So as I mentioned, near fall criteria is a little bit different. A 2 or 3 count is 2 near fall. Get to a 4 count, it is 4 near fall. So there is no 5 count, and there's no 2 or 3 like there is in high school. Again, the times of the periods are 3-2-2. They do wrestle the entire mat here at the NC2A level. As long as you have a pinky toe in, action will continue. Out there for the Hearst Lakers, Eric Bartos. He'll take on Seton Hill University's Will Burgess. Seton Hill in the red and black, Hearst in the green and white. We want to thank you for joining us this afternoon on the Westmoreland Sports Network as the Griffins and the Lakers get after it in this PSAC West matchup, all presented by the Collision Shop in Greensburg. You got a nick or a dent in your buggy? Go see our good friend Jason Mignon. They'll get you fixed up right out on Route 30. 2 exchanging collar ties here. A couple leg swipes there by Burgess. No going. See a little a little envelope there in the top right hand of your screen. Shoot us an email. Give us a shout. We'll give you a shout out on the air as Burgess is working his 2-on-1 to the left side. ends up getting himself sucked down, courtesy of that club by Bartos, into a front head, but he's able to pop his head out, gets in on that single leg. Nice battle there by Bartos, who came back for a chin and arm. He's working that wizard down hard on the right side, looking for a broomstick. Burgess staying in good position. He's trying to tabletop that right leg and bring it up.
No control.
Bartos with that whizzer strong. Here comes Burgess trying to step all the way across. If he can cover that far hip G on the left side, it'll be 2.
No control.
He's looking for the limp arm. He's going to try to that left arm that's going across the back. That's called a seatbelt. He's trying to limp it out and get behind. Bartos, 133-pound action. First period, half gone. Still scoreless.
No control.
Comes Bartos, squares back up, and that may have been to his demise, as I thought Burgess was going to be able to blow through that double. Great defensive and great hips by Bartos, G.
Yeah, great defense by Bartos. He, didn't give up there on the defense and on his positioning there, where most guys probably just would have given it up.
Edge of the mat wrestling here in front of us. Toby McKnight blows them dead. Stalemate. That basically means no action. So he just stopped it and will re-toe the line. Minute 5 left in the first period. Still scoreless here at 133 pounds. Exchange of collar ties out there. There's a shot by Bartos, nicely blocked off by Burgess. Was maybe looking for some reshot action there by Burgess, but no go. Under 50. Burgess looking for that 2-on-1, the 2 free. Nice post by Eric Bartos to get it on that single leg. He's got it up in the air. Burgess trying to fight it all the way down. And Bartos is going to be able to cut the corner for the first 2 of this one. Burgess looking for a switch and see if he can scoot those hips.
Drop down 3.
Drop down 3. So what that means is he's below the hips. He's making him move up. He's telling him that if he doesn't move up after 5 seconds, he will be hit for stalling. That's another rule that you will not see in high school. And then look at this. Bartos steps over top of Burgess. Only got a 1 count, so no damage. Under 10 to go. Burgess trying to work back to his base, but Bartos sucks him back in a little sucker tilt. He's got the bread in the basket, and he will get 2 near falls. So nice end of the period. Scoring there by Eric Bartos, 2 and 2.
It was, I thought Burgess was going to fight that position and that switch a little bit
Green
more.
selects bottom. Green bottom.
And looking at Bartos, I mean, he was 2-1 last season before it was cut short due to COVID. And 2019 and 20, he was 22-11 and finished 3rd at the Super Region to make his way to NCAAs.
Well, the Laker cuts away there. 1-point escape. 5-0 the lead for Bartos right now. So Burgess in a little bit of a hole, needs to chop wood and get himself back into it, and no better way to do it than get a takedown here in the second period.
Yeah, Burgess should get back to that single leg. He got to, what was it, the lead leg, or the lead leg of Bartos there, and was able to get in position, but just couldn't finish the hold.
Bartos was looking for that post single shot again, and what I mean by post is you'll see that Will had his arm posted up on his shoulder, and he pops it or posts it, and then takes that offensive leg attack. Minute 10 left in the middle period. Looking for a shrug, now a snap down, and then beautiful chain wrestling right there. I mean, what a sequence. He looked for the shrug, went snap down, and then double leg takedown.
Bartos, a redshirt junior, ranked 8th in the nation by Intermat.
The 8th ranked wrestler is struggling out there right now, down 7-0.
Bartos.
I'm sorry, Bartos. Well, he's doing a good job.
Yeah,
excuse me. He is up 7-0 and continuing to work on top of Burgess. We'll give you a riding time update.
Work the score, both men.
It's well over a minute. I should say well over, about a minute and 10. So riding time, let's explain that to you. If you accrue over 1 minute of riding time, so you are on top just as Eric Bartos is, or was, excuse me. There's a clock that runs. If you accrue over 1 minute at the conclusion of the match, you get 1 point. Now you may ask, does that mean if you ride him for 4 minutes you get 4 points? It does not. And the second period will expire, and Bartos just continuing
third period.
to push the envelope. You saw him post looking for that duck under. It's going to be Will's choice. He takes neutral.
Set.
Yeah, Burgess, he's got to get to work. He's got a lot of ground to make up in this last period.
Can't give up bonus points. As Bartos is looking for a 4-point major. There's a shot there by Burgess. Needs to bring himself back up to his feet. Bartos trying to circle. You can see he's using that fish hook on the right side, trying to push or pull Burgess, and he wants him to step heavy on that left leg.
Yeah, Bartos trying to set up that knee pick that he got in the second period.
Oh, he's going to get an ankle pick this time, G, and maybe looking for a cradle. Keeping an eye on that right knee. You can see it's bent up pretty ugly. And here goes Bartos. He's got the 2-point takedown. He's looking to lock up the cradle.
Watch that leg.
See Toby in there talking to him. He has to break a 45-degree angle to fall into criteria for near fall. 60 seconds, 9-1 to score. In actuality, it would be 10-1 with riding time, and he's able to take it all the way over, and this is pretty tight. And there it is, a mat slapper for the Laker. Eric Bartos ties this one up at 6. Keep it here. We'll be right back with 141 pounds on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
For Mercyhurst, Eric Bartos.
If your home, office, or rental property sustains water or fire damage, ServiceMaster Complete Restoration by Stiffy is your go-to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The Stiffy family's been serving the greater Pittsburgh area for over 32 years. ServiceMaster Complete Restoration by Stiffy features friendly, licensed professionals that are here to deliver peace of mind with a fast response, expert service, and guaranteed satisfaction. Contact ServiceMaster by Stiffy today at 724-834-8889 or ServiceMasterByStiffy.com.
6-6 your team's score right now. Pair of pins between the Griffins and the Lakers. Alongside George Carter, I am Chris Smith. Thank you again for joining us this afternoon for this much-needed Griffin wrestling match in the McKenna Center. As we said, it's been since February 8th of 2020, so we're certainly excited, as are the Griffins. And out there now at 141 pounds for the Lakers, it's Roland Mills in the green, and he's taking on Joel Kowalski.
Kowalski, Greater Latrobe
Yep, a
product.
local guy, yep.
And I do want to highlight that last season, the Griffins didn't have a season at all.
Yeah.
So they didn't have a wrestling season. Now, Mercyhurst, on the other hand, they did wrestle a handful of bouts before their season was cut short.
There's a shot there by Mills, defended off very nicely by Joel. Two able to break free, get back to their feet. 1 minute gone in this first period. Again, it's 3-2-2, and then there's another shot by Mills, looking to go all the way behind. He is behind, but no two yet. Joel cuts all the way in. Nice job cutting in. Now Mills was looking for that tub. I'll tell you, Kowalski's sneaky. Looked like Mills was going to come away with a 2-point takedown, but Kowalski able to turn, face, and sprawl those hips back, G, and avoid that 2-point takedown.
Yeah, it's great defense by Kowalski. And now, he's getting back in on his offense. Maybe, need to look for a little better setup there. Kind of just dove in on that shot, but
took the words out of my mouth, my friend.
Out of bounds, action.
Got to get a setup. Don't just shoot takedowns, especially at this level.
Set.
Minute 15, first period. Still scoreless. Mills trying to change that, though. He's in on that single, cutting the corner. He's got it tabletop, but Joel's got a really tight whizzer. You can see that right arm. We call that a whizzer. And he's actually locked on his own ankle. And you can see that it traps Mills' left arm in there. Makes it very, very challenging to score. Under a minute to go, and it'll be blown dead with a stalemate. You see him fist to the chest. That just means stalemate, no action. So we will get a fresh start of this scoreless bout at 141 pounds. There are 10 weight classes at the NC2A level, and we're in bout number 3. Got the match tied at 6, pair of pins. Frankie Benora getting one at 125, and then Eric Bartos returned the favor and evened it all up at 133 pounds. There's a shot by Mills, and there's the first stall call on Joel, and I thought it was going to be coming. I'll tell you what, Mills just having a difficult time sealing the deal on these takedowns. He's been on a couple of shots. He's going to dump off on the right side. Now he's going to come all the way up to the head. Joel goes with the funk.
No control.
No danger call there. Joel all the way back to his belly. You can see Mills trying to bring that right leg back and get him into danger. If he gets to 90, you'll hear the danger count come out. We'll explain that when it happens. Under 10 to go. This is nice here by Mills. Now there's 2. Kowalski, I don't know. Coach Tucker, yep, he's going to wave off the 2. He saw Coach Tucker and Coach Phipps jump up out of their seat. I agree with the call, G. How about you?
Yeah, I definitely agree with the call. You get a little bit of reaction time there, too. And Kowalski rolled all the way through, and there wasn't control there by Mills.
He was able to break that back hook tilt. It was a nice job by Mills. Got a little bit creative there and was just trying to figure it out. You saw a good shot of Coach Phipps and Coach Tucker and Coach Nania.
Mills, a Pennsylvania product, too, out of Huntington High School.
By Racetown Lake, Huntington, PA, okay.
He was a Super Region runner-up last year, and Super Region Rookie of the Year was Roland Mills, just a sophomore.
Kowalski looking to add to his 1-0 lead. This is the offensive leg attacks that G was asking for earlier. He's got that leg up high. He's going to go with the front trip and secures the 2-point takedown. So Kowalski able to get the 1-point escape and then right in on that leg attack. There's no better time to score after previously scoring, G. You know exactly what I mean. Get that one, boom, get in on those leg attacks, snap downs, go behinds, things like that. Nice job by Joel.
Yeah, Kowalski, now going to go to work on top. He's doing a great job building this riding time here. Now it'd be huge for the Gris if he could pick up a fall here.
For sure. Bonus points period too, even if he gets that major decision or tech fall. He had that cross face nice. He just didn't get out there and run, get your toes out there and run the nose to the knee. He's got one-on-one here on the near side, under a minute to go, second period. Riding time is building, 45 seconds riding time.
Work to score points, both men.
You can see Kowalski is trying to dig at Bard on the left side. And let's keep in mind, Joel does have a stall call. The next one will cost him a point. Right now up 3-0. He's going to jump over to the right side. He's got the cross wrist. Here comes Mills all the way up to his feet. And I think that is exactly what Joel was looking for. And unfortunately, Joel slipped off the top and Mills was able to get the Merkle position. He was able to lace that leg inside and get the side headlock and get the 2-point reversal. Now 3-2, under 20 to go. So Mills working that riding time that Joel has accrued so far off. He's got the boot in on the right side, trying to suck Joel back into the crab. Now a power half from the left side. 6 seconds.
4, 3.
We've got a good one here at 141 pounds, 3-2, and it's going to be Mills' choice in the third.
You got 3-2. Green selects bottom, third period. Green bottom, third period. We got 3-2 red. Red, you have a stall warning, okay?
So Kowalski has 33 seconds of riding time, G. So the strategy here is get himself to a minute, and then if he has to, give up the 1-point escape. Mills, on the other hand, wants to get out before Joel gets to 1 minute of riding time. So when that clock gets down to about 1:27, Joel will have secured, I shouldn't say secured, but he will have the opportunity to get himself 1 point should Mills not end up back on top. Now, look at Kowalski. He's got the reinforced bar on the left side. You can see he's got the cross wrist and he's got that wing in. Got to get out there and try to run it. Don't let this end in a stalemate. There is 1 minute, in fact, right there, I'm told. Thanks to Jason Green, our SID here at Seton Hill University. So nice job as he's trying to improve the position. He needs to not let this go to a stalemate. Now he's got the half with the bar on the left. Mills comes up to his feet, trying to cut away. He does. So that ties the score at 3. However, Kowalski does have riding time, and Mills tried to get a 2-point takedown. It's a nice shot, just got himself bellied out there, but give it up to the defense of Joel Kowalski. He's a scrappy wrestler, very good at defense. Mills trying to drive all the way up through, 52 to go, final period. Minute 17 of riding time right now for Kowalski. We will have a stalemate, 44 seconds. They'll retoe the line. Again, Kowalski has that stall call, G.
He does have that stall call, but he left a great opportunity out on the mat. Whenever Mills was bellied out, you got to get aggressive there. He definitely could have broke that lock and probably got an easy score here.
Like to see him get in on a nice offensive leg attack, crisp setup. There's a nice little, it didn't amount to much. Now, that's what he didn't need to do was stay down there because Mills is back in on that single. Now, this is where Kowalski's tough. He doesn't panic here. Here comes Mills, brings that single all the way up. He's trying to dig it out. Kowalski goes with a broomstick and gets it. 2 for the Griffins, under 10. Kowalski going to come away with a 6-3 6-3 decision here for the Griffins. Great win here at 141 pounds, 9-6. Your overall score after 3. We'll return with 149 next on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Train hard, look good, feel better.
Come to the rehab center.
Seton Hill gets a takedown, do it as red.
All right, back here for 149 pounds out there for the Griffins is Logan McCoy.
Yeah.
Joining him, his opponent from Mercyhurst, Alex Sampson. Gee, a little background on these two young men.
Yeah, Sampson, he posted a 1-5 record last year at 149 out of Victor High School.
Where's that at?
To be honest, I'm
Doesn't
not.
say where that's
at.
at.
Actually, yeah.
New York.
New York.
Yeah, he's a New York State champion.
Yeah, and also earlier 125-pounder Jacob Ruggieri was Freeport High School in New York also.
Okay. Well, it makes sense. I mean,
Stay legal.
Mercyhurst there in Erie, very close to New York. Just a short drive up 90. Again, we're at 149 pounds. The overall match score 9-6. So we've had a pair of pins and then a decision. So a win between 1 and 7 points. If the deficit is 1-7, is a 3-point decision for your squad. A win by 8 to 14 points is called a major decision. That is 4 points for your team. A win by 15 or more points, the match is terminated. It stops right there as long as you are out of opportunity to pin your opponent, and that's called a technical fall. That is 5 points. A pin, default, or disqualification is 6 points.
For Logan McCoy, we got to go back to 2019-2020 season where he finished 4th in the NCAA Super Region. He was up at 157, was McCoy. He's wrestling out of Oakdale High School, Oakdale being a high school in Maryland.
Stay legal, gentlemen.
1:10 to go. First period, still scoreless. Not a lot of offensive leg attack action to talk about. A lot of stutter steps, just no follow-up. Two guys trying to get it figured out.
McCoy 7-5 on the year with 1 tech fall and 1 pin.
There's a, wow, looked like a nice duck shot by McCoy. Came up empty-handed as Sampson circled right to left out of it. 45, first period.
Work to the center.
Don't know why Sampson was going to have head position with underhook and very quickly limped out. I don't know if McCoy, he was afraid of fireman's carry, high crotch situation, but very quickly backed out of it. 25 to go. There's a half shot by Sampson. Good sprawl by McCoy.
Action. Work to score points.
Your instruction from Toby McKeith, and McCoy took the advice, got in on the single leg, took a peek at the clock. He's trying to get the end of the period score. He's climbing the leg. Nice job by Sampson to fend this one off, because that was a great opportunity missed by McCoy there, but you got to give up to Sampson. Great athleticism.
Bottom, second period.
It was. You like that McCoy didn't rush it when he got in there. He kind of took a peek at the clock, but when you're down under 10 seconds, you got to get in and finish.
Indeed, my friend. McCoy going to go down to start the second. Sampson will cover, mount left side.
Cover.
Toby McKeith, your head official. Nope, he rope-a-dope. He's going to jump over to the right side now. Goes instantly to that long boot on the left side, does the Laker. Trying to earn some riding time. Yeah, did he have that figure 4? He's looking for the crossbody ride on McCoy. McCoy bellied out. He's digging it out.
Stop. Illegal.
Okay.
Over scissors. 1 point red.
Yeah, he was over scissor, and that's what I was asking you, Jake.
Over scissors the leg.
Yeah, and you heard Coach Tucker pointing that out.
Red,
our
set,
side
green,
judge
cover.
was able to point it out and catch that. Now McCoy is up 1-0.
That's why they have side judges.
One red,
So
escape.
very quickly, McCoy didn't want to get back into that leg situation with Sampson. Explodes up to his feet. Now has a 2-0 lead after that technical violation.
Action.
1 point.
Like to see McCoy get back to that attack.
Leg
Sampson,
attack single,
that lead leg, because he's got to time it perfect. He's reaching with that lead arm. Just time it perfect, get right underneath there, and you'll get right back in on that single.
See former Griffin great Ty Leidick in the house. Also see the Shawless family from over at Mount Pleasant High School, so maybe a recruiting trip. I'm not sure if that's Greg or Luke, though. I can't remember which one is the oldest, but certainly a couple of brothers that are an asset to that Viking wrestling team that will be. There's a good shot of Ty Leidick. And Ty Kenny, yep. A couple of WPIL products. Latrobe and Connellsville, respectively, as Sampson was looking for the slide by. McCoy denied him, just kept circling hard and was able to square up as we approach just about a half minute here in the middle period. 2-0 for McCoy. Talk a little bit about Mount Pleasant and our upcoming coverage in our post-match show. 15, let's see if McCoy strikes here again at the end of the period. He's fast like a cat. I think he wants that lead leg. Two are exchanging collar ties. It'll be Sampson's choice in the third, down 2-0. I'd have to assume he's going to go down.
2, 1, time. Green selects bottom, third period, green bottom.
There's the Shawless family right there.
Gentlemen, in neutral position, we got to work to score points, okay? Green.
Last second instruction from your head official, Toby McKeith.
Okay, green set, red, legal cover. Set.
Logan left side cover, up to his feet very quickly goes Sampson. Cuts away for the 1 point escape, 2-1.
And I'm only guessing that riding time's not a factor at this point.
I'm saying about a half minute, I'm predicting. See, there goes McCoy right in on that single leg, and he came up like you would to the bear hug.
He's got to finish it here.
Yep, right here he's going to step in front of Sampson, gets the trip into 2. So a 2 and 1. Logan got the 2 point takedown. Sampson gets a 1 point escape, takes a shot from a different zip code, and Logan McCoy makes him pay for it with just a quick spin drill around. Go behind 2 points, makes it 6-2. Let's see if Coach Tucker and them decide to go to work on their feet here with Sampson down 6-2, maybe look for a major decision.
Right now, McCoy has that toe in, was just continuing to crew that riding time.
Green set, red, legal cover. Wait for the pause. Set.
McCoy covers right side up to his feet
One
quickly,
green
Sampson,
escape.
and I think that's kind of the plan. McCoy's just going to try to play the takedown and let him go game. Under a minute. The lead for the Griffins, 6-3. Griffins lead the overall match, 9-6. We're at 149 pounds. Stutter step by Sampson. No shot to follow. Oh, what a nice double. Changes off to the single. He's got it up. Trying to limp out that left arm.
No control, center.
Nice defense by Sampson, able to get that toe back down on the mat, half minute. Great leg attack there, G, just unable to finish. As Sampson takes another shot and almost another go behind takedown from McCoy.
Yeah, just these different situations where you're leaving points out on the mat.
10 seconds, and again, we will have a forfeit at 165, so the Lakers will get a free 6 there, and they're in on that double, going back to the single as McCoy short time in the bout, and that'll do it. 149 pounds, Logan McCoy wins it, 6-3, makes the score 12-6 in favor of the Griffins. Don't go anywhere, 157 coming up next.
The OMP system is designed to help enhance wrestling skills for athletes all over Western Pennsylvania and Eastern Ohio. Our techniques teach wrestlers to develop muscle memory in a wide range of areas in order to connect multiple skills together from moderate to advanced. We strive not only to develop better wrestlers, but also better students and teammates with life lessons that will outlast their days on the mat. Above all, it is our passion that sets OMP apart from the other clubs. For more, check us out at ompwrestlingclub.com.
Alongside G, Smitty here, 157 pounds for the Lakers. Max Stediford. And the Griffins, Tyler Alberts. Tyler in on that double, changes it off to a single. He's got the head to the outside, trying to drive across, but trying to scoot is Stediford. Stediford going to try to cut that corner. He was looking for a near cradle, and he's going to strike first. As Stediford, I mean, he was cutting that corner hard. G wanted that too and got it.
He was, and you could tell he was really comfortable in that position. You know, Alberts got in and started to try to beat that corner, and he was able to just beat him to the punch. Alberts 8-3, 1 major on the year, 4 pins on the year for Alberts.
He's got a little bit of a height advantage on Alberts.
Alberts a grad student here for the Griffs.
Was he a transfer, G?
He was
from
Wheeling.
Yep. So when they dropped their program and kind of dispersed and went everywhere,
yep,
we landed Mr.
Wrestle
Kenny.
the edge, gentlemen. Work for points.
Many thanks to our producer, Dan Flickinger, to my right, and our camera operator above, Nick D'Onofrio. 2-0, the lead for Stediford, 90 seconds to go, first period, 157 pounds, supposed to be halfway. To go out of bounds, Kenny down, Stediford to cover.
Red set, green legal cover.
To say Stediford's probably looking at riding time, or very close to it, and very quickly exploding to his feet. See how he cut his hips down and away.
Stediford, just a freshman out of North Allegheny High School, which we're really familiar with.
Yeah, WPIL guy, love it. It's a shot there by Alberts, no go. Stediford just circled left to right out of it. See Alberts get his offensive going here. He's back in on that swing single, cuts the corner. Stediford keeping that wizard tight. Alberts has it tabletop and see if he can bring it all the way up. He does. There's plenty of room to work with. He's got to finish here. This is where we've seen the Griffins struggle, but not Alberts. Gives him the trip with a little bit of encouragement. Just slap to the side of the head, and the Griffin takes the lead, 3-2 here with 43 seconds remaining in the first period.
Green set.
Yeah, right. Alberts needs to get a ride out
set,
here.
Red legal cover.
Finish his first period on top.
I agree, G.
Set.
I got a false start green.
Caution, green.
You get 2 of those before the third one.
Okay.
Will
set,
cost
pause,
you a
whistle.
point.
Green set, red legal cover.
Left side for Alberts.
Set.
Goes with a double thigh pry and jumps up to a heavy chop on the left. Goes to the claw. Now back to the chop on the left, looking for a high head turn with Stediford. Stediford comes up to his feet, trying to post those hands in the right hip pocket. It does cut away for the 1-point escape, so we're locked at 3, 27 seconds. See if Alberts comes back on that offensive leg attack. He's been in on 2, finished 1. He's got to finish quick, though, because we saw Stediford, you know, if you get your head to the outside, he's going to sit you and try to cut that corner, and Alberts in on a single at the edge. 5 seconds, can he finish? Trying to bring it all the way back in and limp out. Stediford, nice defense there. We'll go to the second, locked at 3.
You know, and I mentioned prior to the match the layoff that the Griffins are experiencing due to all these postponements. But you got to think.
Okay, we got 3-3.
When you know wrestling season's a grind.
Yeah, sure.
And their last competition was January 8th, so they had a whole week of just practice and able to recover. You know, and I was thinking that, like, wonder where these guys are going to be at conditioning wise for these matches. And majority, I mean, they look good out there.
So far, I haven't seen anybody's gas tank low. Cutting away there is Stediford for the 1-point escape. Makes it 4-3. We're in the second period, under 140. Stediford with a shot blocked off by Alberts. I'm thinking reshot right there, and I think he was too. Just didn't pull the trigger. Double chop into a shot. Nice sprawl by Stediford. Back up to their feet. Nice crowd on hand here at the McKenna Center for the return of the Griffins. Again, the last time they competed in this gym, February 8th, 2020. So a very warm welcome to Coach Tucker and the Griffins, and also to Mike Wheeler and the Hearst Lakers, who stopped over before the match and shared his appreciation for what we do. And hey, Laker fans, that little envelope up there, you can email us too. We want to give you a shout. Let us know where you're tuned in from. There's a nice shot by Alberts. Went high-low on that double and gets himself a 2-point takedown. Takes over the lead, looking for cheap tilt points at the edge. Again, you can wrestle the entire mat as long as you have 1 point of contact in. You can see Ty trying to keep his toes in to score here, but then he's going to shove Stedderford out as it looked like Stedderford was going to get that 1 point escape, 5-4.
The beautiful shot by Alberts, as you see here. Like you said, high-low right there on.
Went low on the right side.
And able to crash down and finish.
Set. Red, legal cover.
Albert's going to switch to the right side, 23 seconds, clean start. He's going to suck him back into the crab. Now back to his base. Here comes Stedderford up to his feet, and he's going to cut away to tie it up at 5. It will be Albert's choice in the third.
Short time in that situation. You want to work a little bit harder there for that mat return.
4.
Yeah, you gotta wrestle and be stingy with those points.
Alberts is going to go down. Alberts has 18 seconds of riding time, so not really a factor right now. See if he explodes up like he did back in the first period. I mean, very beautiful, explosive stand-up. Cut those hips down and away. Quick one. He can come right back to it. Nice job exploding. But an even nice job mat return. So much forward pressure brought Alberts back down to the mat. And our final period. Locked at 5. Heavy sag on that right side. Albert's trying to come all the way up. He's relentless on the bottom. It does just cut away. That's what I like to see, G. Even though Stedderford was returning him to the mat, he didn't stop. It was back up again, and eventually Stedderford's like, all right, I'm just going to let you go. We'll go to work on our feet.
And that's the type of wrestling you got to have down on the mat.
Half shot there by Alberts. Yeah, you just got to be relentless on the bottom. You're absolutely right. Under 90. So in on that single leg, it's going to be a stall to Stedderford. His first. Trying to change off to the double. Very nice job. You know what? The timing was perfect there for Alberts because you saw Stedderford wanted to start scrambling. He was going to start getting funky, and that's how we scored the first takedown on Tyler. Tyler very quickly recognized, changed off to that double. Goes up 8-5.
He felt that Stedderford was going to go try and beat that corner like he did in the first period and shut it down by crashing in on that double leg.
I think that has taken the wind out of Stedderford's sails. Now he's coming back up to his base, but Albert's continuing to grind from that left side. He's got a 2-on-1. Stedderford does have a stall call. Now Alberts changes off to the 1-on-1. He's got a half. Now punches across face, so he's doing a bit of chain wrestling. Under 40, final period, 8-5 the lead. I see some clapping, so I'm imagining that he has accrued riding time, would make it 9-5.
30 seconds remaining in the third period.
Side judge Chris Edenfield giving time updates to his head official Toby McKeith.
Out of bounds.
And they will go out of bounds with
down.
19 seconds, 8-5 the lead for the graduate senior. Get another look at that takedown. Yeah, he was going to try to get funky with him, and Alberts recognized it very wisely, changed off to that double.
Set, red, legal cover.
You saw there too. Alberts did a great job of dropping his hips down so Stedderford couldn't go and dig for that switch.
Nope, you're absolutely right, Gene. Good point. Way to stop that first move by Alberts. Looks like he's going to finish this one on top, and that's going to give the Griffins another 3 points. So things looking good here for the Griffins early on. We're halfway through. 15-6, the lead for the Griffins. We'll be back with 165 pounds on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Keep it here.
The all-new 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander at Sindel Mitsubishi. Drive one today for $239 a month, plus an industry-leading 10-year warranty. The all-new Outlander at Sindel Mitsubishi. Get thunderstruck.
Alrighty, we had a forfeit at 165 pounds. Getting the free 6 was Mike Clark for the Hearst Lakers. Makes the score 15-12, and that's going to bump us up to 174, where Dylan Walker wasting very little time against the Griffins and Luke Ewing. A beautiful 2-point leg attack takedown there. Ewing trying to cut away, does for the 1-point escape, makes it 2-1.
freshman Dylan Walker out of Mercyhurst, 13
Center.
in the nation.
It's a nice mark for a freshman. Very
Out of
physical.
LaSalle High School.
LaSalle, okay.
And we're all familiar with Luke Ewing, wrestled for our alma mater, Greensburg-Salem. He's a senior.
Fellow Golden Lion out there, now a Griffin. So it's a half lion, if you will, the mythical creature, the
fingers.
Griffin.
Center.
Lion body with an eagle head.
Work to the center.
2-1 to score. Nice duck under there by Walker, and he's going to turn it into a leg attack. He ducked, and as Ewing was circling, he dropped down on that single and was able to capture that far right leg to build that lead now 4-1 for Walker.
Walker keeping that leg in again and continue to build that
Out of
running
bounds.
time.
Red's down.
2 will go out of bounds. We'll get a fresh start. Ewing down, 1:43
Red
remaining
set.
opening period.
Green, legal cover. Wait for the pause.
Walker goes left side mount.
Set.
Ewing trying to come up to his feet. Nice
One
job
red
posting the
escape.
left hip pocket
Neutral.
and cuts away for that 1-point escape. 4-2. Ewing's got to get something going on his feet here, G.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, you know, he's only down 2. You know, you get a takedown, it's get a takedown right out, it's tied up, going into the second.
Nice job by Walker working that club, and it actually forced Ewing right into a shot. Ewing able to crawl away from a leg attack there as he was coming right at us, right at our robot cam here, Matt's side. And thanks to our producer, Dan Flickinger, who's had one heck of a week on top of broadcasts, moved into their brand new home on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So he's had a busy week of moving, unpacking, and covering Westmoreland County high school sports as well as Seton Hill University men's and women's basketball. And finally, back in the McKenna Center, the Seton Hill University Griffin wrestling team. 45 to go, 4-2 the lead for Walker. Pair of takedowns and a beautiful duck.
2 green takedown.
Yeah, and that was slick right there, G. Just ducked to the outside, able to go behind for the 2-point takedown, 6-2. Now he's going to go to work with some riding time here. Final half minute in the first period.
Yeah, I thought Ewing was going to be able to square those hips up.
1,
but just that reaction time just wasn't quick enough.
2 green near fall.
So the 2 near fall. Given to Walker. Again, you got to break the 45-degree angle. Looks like he's going to work for 2 more here.
2, 3.
Might even get to a 4
4.
count. So he's holding on to 4 after that 4 count. So that'll make the score 12-2 at the end of 1.
Green, you have choice in the second period. What do you want? Green selects
Walker's
neutral,
gonna go
second
neutral,
period.
start
Green
the
neutral.
second. Again, 12-2 the lead for the Laker. Out of LaSalle High School, ranked number 8, did you say?
13.
13, so not bad for the freshman. Making an early mark early on in his career. Shot by Ewing, blocked off by Walker. Ewing back up to his feet, circles right back to the middle. You can hear those clubs from Walker. I mean, he comes in and he comes in hard. Looking for the 2-on-1. Ewing on the left side. Another club snap by Walker. See, the thing is, he has it, but he's not using it, G. Got to execute offensive leg attacks out of those ties and setups. Walker with a level check, no shot. Make sure you give us a follow on Twitter at Westmoreland SN. We're very active there, keeping you updated with what's going on and what's coming up. Looking for that peek out was Dylan Walker, but very nicely moving his feet quickly.
Out of bounds.
Was Luke Ewing as Ewing falls on his rump roast after Dylan gave him a shove. 1 minute to go, second period.
And Walker picked neutral. And you got to wonder, like, if you're going to pick neutral, you want to capitalize from it and continue to score here.
So far has it. Yeah, I was curious to why he didn't go down. Get the 1-point escape and then 2. There's a shot by Ewing, but just kind of dropped to his knees, G. Didn't drive through and penetrate. Now he's giving Walker opportunity to score defensively. Ewing back up to his feet. Walker gave him a free pass after that. Not a very good offensive leg attack. Walker trying to circle back to the middle. Nice juke followed by a double leg, and he's going to come up to the bear hug. Steps behind for the trip takedown. 2. Dylan Walker now makes it 14-2. Has that boot in on the left side. Let's see if he sucks Ewing back here and maybe gets a 4 count. Short time, second period. Walker takes a peek over. Head coach Mike Wheeler. And we're going to have third period action.
Choice, third period.
14-2. Ewing going to go down or neutral, Coach Tucker said, or top.
Red selects bottom, third period. Red
Ewing
bottom,
gonna go
third
down.
period.
He's got to get out here to
Red
explode
set,
up, not
green,
allow
legal
Walker
cover.
to get those boots in because he's already scored
Set.
6 near fall in this bout so far, courtesy of getting those legs in and just sucking Ewing back.
Yeah, you know, and the way the match has been panning out, I mean, for Ewing, it was either top or bottom. You know, neutral. Walker's kind of been having his way on his feet, so. I mean, the big thing is here you can't give up a pin here.
Yeah.
So
and try not to give up the tech fall. Again, a
Oh,
technical
yeah.
fall is a deficit of 15 points, and Ewing doing a good job till right there. You can see Walker has that half. He's got to break 45.
Not yet. 1, 2,
Toby McKnight down there looking
3,
for it. 3,
4.
and if
Holding
he
4.
does not get the fall, this is where he's got to try to belly down hard. Walker making the adjustment for the fall. Ewing going to bridge through the other way. Nice job by Ewing not to give up the fall. Dylan Walker with a 5-point technical fall. 18-2, your final, and that will make the score 17-15 in favor of the visiting Lakers. We'll be back with 184 next.
Winner by technical.
Here we go, 184 pounds, very quick takedown for Brent. How do you say? I'm going to say Burbula. He's
Okay,
taking
red
on
set,
Seton University
green,
Griffins, O'Reilly O'Mara.
Set.
Now near fall.
2, 3.
Got the 2-on-1
4.
tilt.
Holding 4, 4. Green near
That makes the
fall.
score very quickly, 6-0. Burbula out of Fort LaBeouf High School. It's up near Erie, so not too far of a drive from his hometown. Fort LaBeouf, one of those double-A schools that's always in the mix come postseason. You hear a lot about them.
and he's not wasting any time, getting right after it here.
He's not. He's a junior.
Out of bounds. Red down.
And I think that Brent,
Okay, red set. Green legal cover.
I think Brett Burbulis was or is the backup, because normally at this weight, Mercyhurst would have the Luke McGonigal, which is ranked. Oh,
yeah, we got 2-point reversal. Was looking good there for Burbulis. He's looking for more near fall, and he got reversed. So nice job by O'Mara to get that 2-point reversal and cut into this 6-0 lead, make it 6-2. Under 2 minutes
Hold
to
red,
go. Opening
hold red.
period, 184 pounds.
Green set,
Hurst has
red,
the
legal
overall
cover.
match lead, 17-15. Still have 197 and 285 upcoming. And I also believe that O'Mara is not the starter for the Griffins. As you said, the Griffins have a number of wrestlers out with illness, expected back very soon. So a couple of teams that maybe limping in to this duel this afternoon, but nonetheless putting on a good show so far. Here live from the McKenna Center, under 90 to go.
and I think Brandon Matthews is the starter at 184.
You are correct, as Burbulis able to get that 2-point reversal. He found himself into Peterson very quickly, getting to his belly and avoiding near fall counts was O'Mara. O'Mara, a WPAL product out of Bethel Park. Hawks.
Yeah, and it says last year Burbulis didn't wrestle
At all, okay.
last year. So, and the year prior to was 4-3 overall, down at 174.
Well, you wouldn't be able to tell because now he's looking for more near fall, has an 8-2 lead, 45 to go. We have 1 minute of riding time. Again, you have to end the match with 1 minute of riding time to get yourself what they call a riding time point, and you can only get one. But he's still working here on top, and O'Mara just doesn't seem to have an answer on bottom. He's got to get those wrists cleared to get back up to his base. Can't wrestle with the face on the mat because this is what happens when you do.
Holding 2.
Burbulous able to get 2 more. Is going to make it 10-2 in the first period. Maybe looking at back-to-back technical falls here for the Lakers, G. So that's 10 points. You know, versus 6, you just give up. Even if you give up the major, you know, it's just 4. But Griffin's going to have to get it done at 197 and 285. And I was waiting for it, and there it is. Burbulous. O'Mara hit was stalling. As Burbulous finishes on top, 10-2. Great period for the Laker.
It was very great period for the Laker, and you just gotta, you get that sense that that forfeit at 165 really just stole that momentum that the Griffins had going into that bout. I mean, you know, they still had the lead after it, but it really took some of the wind out of their sails.
I agree.
Set.
Colby Romju, the 165-pound Griffin, not able to wrestle today. Heavy snap down there by O'Mara. He's got the, he wanted to go launch time. Got right in on that bear hug. And Burbulous just bellied out. Now he's got the far cradle locked up. No, it's a cross-face cradle. He's got Burbulous in trouble. Burbulous able to come all the way back through. Now what O'Mara needs to do is either suck him back or go all the way back over. Get back over there, get hip to hip. He's going to try to roll through again. Under 90 to go. He's down 10-4. He's got it locked. See Burbulous trying to belly all the way out. O'Mara, he's going to suck it back. He's getting near fall. He's going to at least come away with 4. Nice job by Burbulous. Look at the bridge out there. O'Mara with the comeback. 6-point back slapper. Wiley O'Mara. Wow, what an answer. Boy, did the Griffins need that one, G.
They needed it. And they got it.
Yes, they did. 21-17, Griffins, 197. Coming up next. Stay here.
You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville and Bowser Chevrolet Chippewa. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. With the new Chevy vehicles arriving weekly, reserve yours now at Bowser Chevrolet. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
Back here at 197 pounds out there for the Lakers, Hunter Harnish, and for the Griffins, Brendan Finnerty. Finnerty, a WPL product out of Thomas Jefferson. He had the opportunity to call his brothers, his younger brother, Brian, his county final last week where he became an Allegheny County wrestling champion.
Yeah, Finnerty just 2-6 on the year with 1 tech fall and 1 pin. And this record is through January 11th.
21-17, the lead for the Griffins. And we got to give another shout out to Riley O'Mara, who was down 10-2. Cross-face cradle, and I'll tell you what, when you get it locked, and he had it locked for quite some time before he was able to bring Burbulous back and overcome that 10-2 deficit. You know, he was in fear of giving up 5 points. Instead, he gets the Griffins 6 points, which was huge after that 6-point forfeit at 165, where the Griffins couldn't show. A little bit of acrobatic action out there as Hunter Harnish scores a 10.0 with that, I don't know what it was, as he just jumped right over top of Finnerty.
3, 4.
Drops down to the leg and drives Finnerty off.
Hey, don't just run him out, all right? Let's work to return him.
Or Toby, tell him, don't push him out. He will hit him for the
Harnish,
stall.
redshirt senior for the Lakers.
Okay, red set. Green,
out of Lower
cover.
Dolphin High School.
Out near Harrisburg. Mounts right side, thigh pry left side. Running that spiral. Trying to step that boot in on the left. Nice job by Finnerty to block it off. Trying to come up to a bucked up position. See if Finnerty can catch him high. Catches the head. It does cut away for the 1-point escape. Harnish got himself high in a little bit of danger. Just kind of jumped off and gave up the 1 instead of 2, but it's 2-1.
He was very wise to kind of bail out in that position because, like you said, Finnerty was head hunting, looking for that head. Had he caught that head, he could have, and one got a reversal and then caught Harnish on his back.
Have heavyweight coming up next. 50 to go. First period, 197 pounds. The lead 2-1 for Hunter Harnish. So it's a 4-point lead. This is a big match here for Finnerty. Because I believe, we've got a nationally ranked heavyweight, Jacob Robb, for the Hearst Lakers.
And you were reading my mind, Chris. I was just getting ready to say how crucial this match is here at 97, because if Seton Hill gets a win,
they
right?
Lock it up,
they lock it up.
Action. Work through this tie.
Short time. First period, still 2-1 for the redshirt senior. Goes for that post swing single. Nice job by Finnerty. Circle left and right out of it.
3, 2, 1.
Green, your choice.
Not a bad first period here
Green
for
to
the
first
Griffs.
to red.
Finnerty only down by 1 here.
Red
He's gonna
selects bottom, second period. Red bottom, second period.
Position going
Green,
into the
hold for
second. Again, and I'm sure he wasn't standing back there, going through the math in his head on the outcome, but
Green,
this is
cover.
huge.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows. There's no doubt about it. They're not only aware of their match situation, but the overall situation. Finnerty going to try to tie it up here at 2. Comes up to his feet. Nice lift, mat return by Harnish, but nice job by Finnerty. Right back up. Didn't sit down there and pout.
Right back
post
up.
Away.
Harnish was thinking about throwing those legs in and almost caught himself caught in the position he was in the first period.
Nice relentless bottom action there from Brendan Finnerty. Ties it up at 2. He's got to get something going here on his feet. To break free. 30 gone.
Action.
Don't forget, shoot us an email or a little envelope up there. We want to hear from you. 38 seconds of riding time for Harnish. He's working at 2-on-1 to his right side. He's looking to bring it all the way down. Nice job by Finnerty to step out. No, it was a reshot and then another reshot. Harnish looking to go all the way behind, and he does get the 2.
I got the hand down.
Yep, I like that the hand was in bounds.
Finnerty just couldn't get his hands out quick enough.
Reshot. Nice hustle there by Harnish to scoot all the way around.
Well, you know what? It almost looked like Finnerty's foot
cover.
was on the gym floor.
Yeah.
If that's the case, he was technically out of bounds.
Yeah, for sure. Nonetheless, 4-2, Hunter Harnish in the lead. And no, you know what? Don't sweat it yet. Get your 1-point escape before he gets to 1 minute of riding time.
And you got to remember, it's Harnish's choice in the third.
Gets to that bucked up position, and it does cut away.
Neutral.
Have to assume that Harnish is going to go down in the third.
A takedown here for Finnerty would be huge.
55 seconds of a ride time for Harnish. Half minute remains here, middle period. 4-3 the lead. Again, Seton Hill up 21-17.
Like to see Finnerty just get a little bit more busy with his hands in the tie. Start moving your
urgency.
Feet. You gotta get to it.
Nice shrug there by Harnish, but quickly squaring back up was Finnerty. 10 seconds.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
And we'll go to the third. Harnish going to go.
Green selects bottom, third period. Green bottom,
down.
third period. Green set, red, legal cover. Green, you set? Red, legal cover.
Shot of Coach Tucker, Coach Phipps.
Set.
Griffin's bench here at McKenna Center. Thank you again for joining us. Today's match brought to you by the Collision Shop in Greensburg.
Right here, picking up your pace. Russell with his little sense of urgency here.
1 point escape for Harnish. 5-3, looking to snap Finnerty down into a front head and arm.
Neutral.
And Harnish still the aggressor here, G. I mean, Finnerty's going to have to try to turn it up. Dig down into that gas tank.
Finnerty taking his time getting back to the center. Like I said, you're down 2. Riding time is not a factor here. takedown.
But the 2-point deficit is, so, and look at this, Harnish pushing the envelope again. Wow, look at him suck up that single. And Infinity going to try to create a scramble situation, trying to lock up that near cradle. He needs to sit hard here. Cut that corner, that corner. He got the lock broke. Then Harnish just re-penetrates. Trying to get funky. He tried to roll through with that near cradle. You can see head coach Mike Wheeler over there yelling, keep him down, keep him down. Harnish able to, he used good technique, did Harnish. Infinity was trying to use a little bit of scrappy. I hate to use the word junk, but you know what? It's not everyday defense. You get hands down on that head. Wizards, hips down, chest high, arch, cut the corner, and it allowed Harnish to do what you're seeing right there on the instant replay. It allowed him to re-penetrate and get a deeper lock on that high crotch.
Well, had Infinity kept that chin and then hooked, he could have elevated over.
Sure.
If that looked like what he was going for there, but he didn't. He didn't hook the chin and he didn't elevate. So hey, you go for it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But hey. There's still a lot of. There's 40 seconds left here in this period. Get out, get your one, get a reversal. You never know what could happen.
Indeed, it's wrestling. We've seen some crazy stuff happen that day, haven't we? Under 30, 7-3.
You can't throw the towel in here.
Harnish running that half from the left, and then quickly trying to get a 1-point escape here is Finnerty.
Scramble.
Like right back. He's got the toe of Harnish. So right here, let go of the toe and explode up.
Wasting time here.
Under 10. So it looks like the redshirt senior Hunter Harnish, Fort LaBeouf product. Finnerty going to try to step all the way over, nearly getting up near fall. Hunter Harnish makes it 21-20. When we return, the big guys coming up next on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
What keeps me coming back to Comrades is I know I'm going to get a good haircut every time I go there. And I know the people are going to be cool there, the vibe's going to be cool, and it's just going to be an overall good experience.
It's just the same haircuts, atmosphere, everybody's friendly. It's like cheers, everybody knows your name, and it's always a good time.
I always walk in and I'm like, I wonder what the vibe's going to be today. And I'm never disappointed.
Our final bout here from the McKenna Center this afternoon, it will be Jacob Robb out of Mercyhurst. He'll take on Sawyer Doherty from the Griffins. Overall match score in favor of Seton Hill, 21-20. Jacob Robb trying to make a change there and striking early on that single leg edge of the mat takedown as the nationally ranked wrestler goes to work.
Yeah, Jacob Robb out of Armstrong, ranked 7th. in the nation, taking on Sawyer Doherty, a redshirt junior, which is, I believe he's 0-2 on the season thus far out of Lakeview High School. And I don't believe that Doherty is the starter.
No, he's not.
The starter here.
Keep that legal.
Jake Schaefer out of Latrobe, the graduate student, G?
The starter?
I believe.
No, the starter at heavyweight. Yeah.
I'm sorry, yes. Myers
John.
out of Greensburg-Salem.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I'm sorry for my mistake. Just grinding on
Work
top
to score
here is
points.
Jacob Robb, the Laker. Pretty close to riding time as he's just not allowing Doherty any breathing room to come up to his base. And,
stall warning.
You heard it loud and clear from Toby. First stall call on the Griffin. Not really making much of an effort to come back up to his base. But give credit to Robb, who's doing a nice job on top, staying on his toes. Was looking to work that 2-on-1. Now he's got the bar
Keep that legal.
on the back. What he means by keep it legal is you can't break a 90-degree angle with that elbow. As we approach 90 to go into first, Robb punching that crossface cradle. He's got it locked up. Doherty counting lights and a mat slapper to end it for the Lakers and give them the win. It was a good one, but Hurst comes out on top, 26-21. And our welcome back wrestling to the McKenna Center match. That's going to do it for our match, but don't go anywhere because we will have plenty of post-match action to discuss, including interviews. So keep it right here with us on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
I've been Young Guns a long time. I've been within the room with some really good guys in college now, and I'm excited to see them come back and help into some of the camps we're going to be going to.
I've been going to these camps my whole life. I've jumped levels. The stuff I learned there I use every single day.
At Marino's American Eatery, we have one focus: you. Just like home, our dining room brings the whole family to the table with a truly unique menu prepared fresh, in-house. At Marino's, we know beer. With 16 beers constantly rotating on our taps, we take pride in supporting only local, independently owned craft breweries. Come experience Marino's American Eatery in Greensburg, Westmoreland County's local craft beer destination.
Choosing an early childhood development program is a big decision, and Seton Hill University is here to help. At Seton Hill's Child Development Center, your 3, 4, or 5-year-old will have fun while developing social skills, self-confidence, and creating a foundation for learning. Here, we foster a mastery of life skills that will prepare your child for success in any endeavor. Learn more about the Seton Hill University Child Development Center by visiting setonhill.edu/childdevelopment.
We know speaking with your teen or your young adult about drugs and alcohol can be challenging, but is necessary. Remember to have a conversation, not a confrontation. Establish good communications, break through barriers, and be firm but loving. Here are some helpful tips. Choose a good place and time to chat. Talk with openness. Actively listen. Offer empathy and support. For more information, visit us online at wedacinc.org. Westmoreland Drug and Alcohol Commission. Prevention is key.
The Quest School of Wrestling is celebrating its 18th year of operation. Come meet Coach Jim Akerly and assistant Mason Beckman and see why Quest easily becomes family for your wrestler. The Quest School of Wrestling offers group coaching, open workouts, and private instruction to wrestlers at all levels, from elementary through high school. Call 412-352-3727 or QuestSchoolOfWrestling.com. The Quest School of Wrestling, with facilities open all year round in Washington, PA.
Welcome back to our Bowser Automotive post-match show alongside G. I am Smitty. To my right, Dan Flickinger, Flick on production, and many thanks to our cameraman above, Nick D'Onofrio. And we're going to bring a very excited Riley O'Mara over to our broadcast booth. He's going to grab the mic there. Riley, got to shake your hand, man. What a great come-from-behind win. Put the Griffins in position to seal the deal. Obviously, it didn't end up that way. But nonetheless, man, great come-from-behind win. You were down 10-2. Looked like you were going to get tacked or worse. And you lock up that cradle and get the 6-point match slapper. Talk about it.
Well, thank you very much. Well, first and foremost, these guys put up a great fight on both sides. It's one of those things, just to be able to compete again is the biggest kind of win for everybody in this case. And it was one of those things where just pure grit and pure just kind of getting through it was what pushed me to get my pin. And it's just not about giving up. And that's the one thing that the Griffins' whole program and our team really pushes. So thanking the coaching staff, my partners, is the number one thing here. And again, having these guys come on, making this happen is a huge part of it.
And Riley, you said it was, true grit and not giving up. But what was going through your mind when you were starting that period out?
So the mindset was, I'm too tired to finish this, so let's just try to get this over with. But at the same time, it was just remembering that how hard we pushed in the room, how hard we pushed behind the scenes in our rooms, having the mindset, having the right training. It all just circles back to just being ready. There's no better way to say it.
Well, let's talk about that being ready, because you have a lot of starters out. Not a lot, but you have a few starters out, so it's that next man up mentality in the Griffin workout room. Talk a little bit about some of that transition, and I know you're going to be getting some starters back, so talk about that.
So obviously we're facing a lot of adversity with COVID in general, but it hit our team pretty hard and losing a majority of our guys, some starters with injuries, some starters with just COVID protocol and not being able to return to play. So we went into this obviously half-gunned, and that not from a mental standpoint, but more of a literal physical. We don't have the people. And with those issues, you're obviously going to doubt yourself in those moments. But as a team, we all just kind of looked at each other, smiled, and said, what do we got to lose? We got to start a foundation. We might as well start today.
And was that the kind of mantra and the message that Coach Tucker kind of gave the team coming into this match?
100%. He is a big provider of using team unity, of using competitive behavior, and of just uniting us together in the worst kind of things. He's also a big influencer of the mindset of person, student, and athlete, and making sure we're good people before we're ever good wrestlers. And I think that just brings us all together as a family more and more.
So no real rest for the weary. You got to get on a bus and get yourself up the pit at Johnstown for a tri-meet.
That seems like the plan on paper. Yeah, that seems like the plan, but we'll just have the same mindset we had today. Go out there, do what we can. Whatever happens, happens. Have some fun.
Hey, Riley, you are having fun, and you were fun to watch. It was fun to
I
call the
appreciate
match.
it.
Good
match,
luck
Riley.
tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
That's Riley O'Mara, 184-pounder. Again, down 10-2. You saw the replay there. Thanks for flick queuing that up. So he was able to we'll get another look at it right here. Down 10-2. You can see it was a nice job by Robulus to get back to his belly here, but as you said, a little bit of – he was too tired to continue.
Yeah, WestMorelandSports.com.
And joining us now will be Brian Tucker on our Bowser Automotive post-match show. Another good look at that cradle. Coach, thanks for having Riley come over, obviously down 10-2. He talked a little bit about the excitement coming into this match, the first time you've competed here in 2 years. He was grateful just for the opportunity to be in here, grateful for Mercyhurst coming out here and, was able to go out there and take a really crappy situation and come out on top. Talk about the Griffins' performance today, please.
Yeah, I thought we wrestled tough. We would have, obviously we like more. We want to come out with a win, but, we face some tough times right now. Obviously you deal with your normal stuff. We got some, a couple injuries, some skin issues, and then to top that off with, we're coaching in a pandemic. So we're coming back. Some of these guys only had been back on the mat for a day or two. A couple guys are still out. So we're kind of just, working with what we got. But like you said, we're just grateful to be here and competing without having a season last year. Was super tough on the guys. So we're happy to just be able to have these matches. And then when they perform like that and keep an exciting atmosphere, even though we took a loss, you're proud of them. Proud of them for facing that adversity and stepping up and giving Mercyhurst a run. I know they got a couple guys out there dealing with the same stuff, but they have a good program in and out, and they're same thing. They had a couple guys in their lineup step up tonight too. So I'm just grateful that both teams get to be out here on the mat.
And coming into tonight's match, and I'm not sure if it was something that you knew already or if it was kind of like a game time decision to forfeit at 65. So you already knew in the back of your mind we're already giving up. We're already down 6 before the match starts. But coming into 197, right, you guys were in a position where you could have sealed the deal. What was kind of going through the coaching staff's mind or even the athlete's mind on the bench going into that match?
Yeah, I think the team and the fans were in it. Which is great to have that excitement and momentum on your side. They got a good guy. Hunter Harnish is tough. I think Brendan Finnerty, I would have liked to see him open up a little bit more, try to get a shot or two. But he's young. He's pretty much a first year because last year getting taken away from those guys, they got to work. So he was right there. He was even in with some great defense at the end, looking to possibly, again, put some pressure on. But, I think it was just, again, a situation of, hey, we weren't necessarily sure we were going to be here. So keep having fun, keep putting on points, keep scoring and fighting. But we got some things to work on.
Coach, I think that's a great message, too, to the team, just being grateful. We could not be wrestling here today. The fact that you lost by 5 points to a great Mercyhurst team who's in the same boat as you. But I just love the message. And, so really no rest. Get on a bus tomorrow morning and you got to head to Pitt at Johnstown for 3 more dual meets.
Yeah. We're just making some up from the week or two that we had a bunch of postponements. And, again, we're just, hey, when we can wrestle, we're going to wrestle. And my point and my thought is that keeps it as close to normal for these guys as possible. So that's how we're going to do it.
Now, will you have more of your starters back for tomorrow or –
No, we're probably still down. We'll have a couple more guys weighed in, so we might be able to do a few more things or give some guys a break. 4 matches in 2 days can be a lot. But, no, not quite yet. We're still working our way back.
Now, the Gannon Golden Knights will be down here on Wednesday, and that's a make-up match.
Yeah.
Do you expect a couple more guys to be competing that night?
Close.
TBD? Okay.
Yeah, close. We're that'll be one. We'll probably think about that Monday a little bit more on how much what we're going to put out. and we probably could have some options, but again, I got to make sure we do what's best for the individuals as well as the team. So that one's kind of to be determined. At this point, though, like we're gonna put the 10 guys in that we can, and we're gonna fight and wrestle. And again, I just go back to guys. Listen, hey, you didn't have it last year, so take advantage of it while you get the chance. And again, even if there's a loss, like we had a good crowd today, they enjoyed it. You guys are back in here, so we're just really appreciative of being in front of that crowd and getting to compete again.
Well, we're appreciative too as well, Coach. Thanks so much.
Thank you guys again.
It was a good one. Welcome back.
It
felt good to be here, and good luck tomorrow. Be safe traveling.
Thank you.
That's head coach Brian Tucker of the Seton Hill University Griffins. The final 26-21 Mercyhurst. Gee, how about a little post-match recap, and we'll get ready to sign her off.
Yeah, 125, Frank Benora got the Griffins off to a great start with his first period fall, making this over Jacob Ruggieri, making the score 6-0. 133 pounds. William Burgess took on the 8th-seeded wrestler Eric Bartos, and Bartos was victorious by a third-period fall, tying the score at 6 apiece. 141, Joel Kowalski took on Roland Mills, coming out victorious with a 6-3 decision, making the score 9-6 Griffins. 149 pounds, Logan McCoy took on Alex Sampson, again another decision of 6-3, extending that Griffins lead 12-6. At 157 pounds, Tyler Alberts, the grad student, decisioned Max Stedford 9-5, making the Griffins lead 15-6. At 165, this is kind of where, and we said this earlier, that momentum that the Griffins had, they kind of lost that. They had to forfeit to Mike Clark of Mercyhurst, making the score 15-12. And then at 174, Luke Ewing dropped a tech fall 18-2 decision to Dylan Walker, making the score 15-7. And that's kind of where, in my opinion, Mercyhurst again stole the momentum. 184, Riley O'Mara, which we had here on the post wrap-up show, picked up that second period fall over Brent. And how do Burbulus, when he was down 10-2,
yeah, it was
right?
bad.
And I knew as soon as he got that crossface cradle locked up, he was like, I got to go for broke here. I cannot lose this crossface cradle, and he did, picking up that fall, making the score 21-17, and kind of putting the Griffins in a situation at 197 where they could have sealed the deal there, where Brandon Finnerty took on Hunter Harnish, and I'm not sure what that final score was at 197, but he lost the decision to Hunter Harnish, making the score 21-20. The Griffins still holding on to a 1-point lead. And then at 285, the number 7th ranked wrestler in the nation, Jacob Robb, the senior, picked up the first period fall over Sawyer Doherty, making that final score 26, Mercyhurst Lakers 21.
And there it is, your post-match recap, as our Bowser Automotive post-match show is going to come to a close. Unfortunately, we had a great time hanging out with you this afternoon. We want to thank all of you for hanging out with us as the Griffins returned back to the McKenna Center, Salviti Gymnasium, to take on the Mercyhurst Lakers. As you can see there on the screen, it didn't work out to plan, but you got to love the attitude from Coach Tucker. The Griffins, they're just grateful to be back on the mat. And you know what? And today, what's going on right now, I think just being grateful says a lot about your character and your team. Final thoughts from you, G.
Yeah, I definitely think that is a thought process, and not just Coach Tucker and the Griffins have adopted, but I think everyone has adopted. For a lot of these student athletes, their seasons ended short, and their lives have kind of got turned upside down, with kind of all of us are experiencing it. So that mindset of, hey, enjoy it now because you have it, right? Because you saw how quickly it was taken away, right? So enjoy it now, enjoy the process, take advantage of it, make every single second count. And I think for a student athlete, I think it gives you a greater appreciation for the sport, right, and for what you're doing. I think it's going to help a lot of these athletes, not just for the Griffins, but across the nation, really step it up, because they saw how easily it could be all taken away. So now they have this opportunity. You got to take advantage of it. And you saw that tonight they did, and almost, I don't want to say pulled up pulled off an upset, but I do want to, they almost beat a really good team in Mercyhurst.
Thank you for that, G, and thank you as always being my on-air broadcast brother. I appreciate you. And that's going to do it for us, but really quick, I got to tell you what's next. So our next wrestling broadcast, we're going to have 2 of them. Actually, we're going to have 4 of them if you think about it, but we'll be at 2 different locations this Wednesday. It'll be January 26th. I will be out at Latrobe for it'll be Section 1, I believe Subsection A, as they will have Latrobe, Connellsville, Thomas Jefferson, and speaking of Thomas Jefferson, Mike Laddick, the head coach in here. He came out to check out Brendan Finnerty, but he will be over there, as well as the Connellsville Falcons. So we will have the subsection semifinals and finals. We will cover all 4 matches. So they'll wrestle the 2 semifinals simultaneously, and the winners wrestle, and then the losers will compete for 3rd and 4th, I believe, because I know that I think top 2 move on, maybe 3. I know they keep changing it every year. And then G and Markey will be over at Franklin Regional for the other half of that section. They'll be covering subsection B. You have Franklin Regional, Armstrong, Kiski area, and Penn Trafford. So, stay tuned to our website, westmorelandsports.com, and our Twitter handle at WestmorelandSN. Give us a follow. You can also check us out on Facebook at Westmoreland Sports Network. And that's going to do it for us from the McKenna Center, the final. Mercyhurst Lakers 26, Seton Hill University Griffins 21. For Nick D'Onofrio on camera, my man Flick on production, alongside my broadcast brother G. I am Smitty. Until Wednesday, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye-bye.